Sup? It's Hallie. Welcome back to this. Let me just fix that volume. There we go. And fix the position of the window on my screen and get my windows all in order so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. Finishing up Natsuki's route. We're on like the very last scene of it. Oh, goodness. So as I lie in bed, my thoughts are a whirlwind. I can't believe how poorly Natsuki's father treats her. Hi, Lorana. Welcome back. Glad to have you again. The way she described it, he sounds so stubborn and inconsiderate. How could he be so out of touch with his own daughter? I can't sleep at all. My anger and sorrow just won't let me. That poor girl. That poor girl. It repeats over and over in my mind. Just when I think I can't take it anymore, I hear a small voice outside my door. I feel like I could probably do more to sell, like, MC's anger at this situation. Like, one of the things that people have criticized Take-Two with before is that it's not emotional. And, like, it's kind of how I choose to write things. I like people have their own emotions. And I don't really, like, have the text tell them how to feel. This is one of the rare cases where I do show that, like, MC is feeling something. And, like, for some people, I guess it works if you tell them. Like, one time I thought about making a joke mod where every time MC is told something emotional, like, the inner monologue just says, I'm hit with a tidal wave of emotions. Just so people can, like, pretend to feel like what he's feeling. But for me personally, that doesn't do it. But I don't know. For some people, it seems to. And, like, I don't know. I feel like maybe I should communicate his emotions better here so people connect with it better. It's hard to tell. The best time to say, what did I just walk in on? Oh, well, anyway, just when I think I can't take it anymore, I hear a small voice outside my door.
Hallie, are you awake?
Natsuki? Yeah, I'm still up.
Do you mind if we talk a little more? It's okay if you'd rather rest.
No, Natsuki, please come in. Natsuki steps inside, leaving the light off.
There are just a few things I want to say.
That's fine. Whatever it is, I'll listen.
Just hold on, okay?
Natsuki comes over to the bed. I prop myself up so I'm sitting. To my surprise, Natsuki climbs in and sits beside me. So this CG was fun to make. You might just think, oh, I just borrowed her from that manga CG and stuck it on the MC's bedroom background. No. She was in her school uniform then. I had to edit her to be in her casual outfit. And, like, it could probably be better here and there, but it's pretty aight, I think. Anyway, I had to zoom it in just enough such that, like, Natsuki was covering up MC's, like, desk chair because otherwise it wouldn't look correct.
I don't want you to get the wrong impression. In spite of everything, I do still love my dad. Things weren't always this way. He used to be nice. We got along well. It wasn't until my mom left that things started going downhill. I can't believe how bad it's gotten. He's putting himself through so much. It's all for my sake, but it's destroying him. He comes home tired and angry. He shouts and slams things. He drinks to calm his nerves, but it doesn't really work. One time he got so mad that he hit me.
He hit you?
Only once. Once was all it took. And trust me, it scared him too. Since then, I haven't given him a chance. I avoid him as much as possible.
So a thing about, like, Natsuki and, like, her relationship with her dad. Physical abuse is only really implied in the original game. Some people want to be, like, super purist about it and say, oh, it's only in Act 2. Monica must have done this. But here's the thing. We don't get confirmation anywhere in the original game that Monica has done anything to Natsuki's situation. We can presume that she made it worse for her because that's what she did to Sayori and Yuri, but she never says anything about it. Like, in Act 3, she only admits to what she did to Sayori and Yuri. So, we don't honestly know. But, like, even if you want to go that angle, there are still moments where, like, physical abuse could be implied. I guess the only real references to it are in Act 2, because of, like, the Papa poem and all that. But, whatever, how far it's going in Act 1. I think one of the most telling lines is that Natsuki says she doesn't know what her dad would do if he found her manga. And it's like, well, there are only so many things, so many actions he could take that would be not good, that would prompt her to say something like that. Like, there's nowhere there's no implication that statement can make that as a positive thing. And for me personally, I was just like, maybe it only happened once. Maybe just one time it got violent, and that was when, like, their relationship took a huge turn.
I just don't know what to do, Hallie. I feel so hopelessly stuck.
It seems like it was kept as a reveal to make Act 2 more scary, or perhaps scarier, but that doesn't mean it wasn't there before that. Correct. I personally feel like Act 2 was meant to reveal in, like, sort of an exaggerated way what was going on in Act 1. And that's why I take things like the pop poem into account. It's like, this is what Act 1 was concealing, even if it's, like, to the nth degree worse than it normally would be.
As long as I live under its roof, there's no way out.
That can't be true. There must be something you can do. What if you moved out on your own?
I can't afford to. I have no job and no money.
Well, what if you ran away? I'm sure you could stay with a friend. I'd even be willing to...
That wouldn't work. You'd just come after me.
And this whole segment of dialogue is like debunking all the stupid ways other mods have had you, quote-unquote, save Natsuki from her dad. So what if he does? We'll call the police. Have him thrown in prison for neglect and abuse.
No! If that happened, I'd be forced to go live with my mom. I'd have to move away from here, transfer schools.
And this is like a legitimately better reason to not get her dad incarcerated than, like, anything Exit Music ever came up with, for example. These ideas sound familiar. Don't they, though?
And leave everyone I know behind. Honestly, that might be even worse.
And, like, this is another reason why Natsuki's mom still being in the picture, like, just adds to the conflict. And it's like, I can understand why other mods would go with her, with the angle of her being dead or whatever. It's like, oh, that dead parent baggage. But it's like, as long as she's a factor in the mix, she can complicate things in this way, too. And that's what I like about taking it this way.
Hallie, I get that you want to help, but there's just no way.
Natsuki, you can't just give up. You shouldn't have to live in fear of your own father.
You think I don't know that? The best I can do is to try and make things easier for him. But I'm not even sure how to do that. It seems like it'll only get better when I can live on my own. And who knows how long that'll be. At least not until I'm done with school. And maybe not even done.
So, there's really nothing I can do to help?
Believe it or not, you already are. Things are tough for me at home, and the club has been my refuge for a while now. But since you've been spending time with me, I've looked forward to every day. You've been there for me like no one else ever has. And when I'm with you, I just feel safe. For the first time in so long, I feel safe.
So, I can understand why other people don't feel this is quite so impactful. But, like, for a character in Natsuki's situation, I think it's actually, like, really significant. Because she doesn't feel safe, like, at home. After an incident like being hit by her father, even just one time, it's like, you never know if or when it's going to happen again. And it's like she described earlier, she never knows whether he's going to be there or not. And if he is there, he expects her to be there. And it's just like, it's a whole tense situation at her home. So for her to have a place she feels safe, like the club, is significant. And for her to have a person she feels safe around is even more significant. It's like the whole core of why she's a tsundere in the first place. So for her to say this just, like, really goes to show how much she trusts you now. I sit in silence, listening to the rhythm of Natsuki's breaths. I'm racking my brain for solutions to her problems, but no single thing would work. Maybe a situation like hers can't be fixed by one person alone. But if being there to comfort and support her is what makes the difference, then I can certainly handle that. Hey, Natsuki. Who's winning the twerk off? MC or Shiro? Speed, shut up. She's fast asleep. I carefully lay her down to rest her head on the pillow. She doesn't wake up. She really must have been exhausted. I'm starting to feel it too. I don't know how, but our conversation has somewhat calmed me down. Natsuki, I promise I'll do my best for you. This tsundere debt is paying off. And at last, she trusts you enough to fall asleep beside you. Goodness gracious. Oh, Natsuki.
Oh, there's definitely cause for concern. I wish I could say it was more of a surprise when she passed out in the hallway. It's rare for things to get that bad, but it sure wasn't the first time it happened. In the months before Hallie joined the club, I had noticed times when she seemed weaker. When it got serious, I talked to her about it and offered to help. She didn't seem too comfortable with that, but I think deep down she still appreciated it. Natsuki does her best to get by. I suppose she's gotten good at it by now.
Yes, sir. Shutting up now. Huzzah!
Even so, nobody should have to wonder where their next meal will come from. And speaking of that, her home life, it's such a mess. Her dad works his hands to the bone for her, but doesn't know how to take care of her anymore. And she can either stay with him or move away and lose everyone she knows. It'd be so much easier if you could just beat him up and rescue her, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it?
Real life isn't that simple. Maybe in some cases, but not here. However, being an honest friend goes a long way to help, and it's not like it will matter for too much longer.
Indeed, not too much longer at all. No, not yet, Monica. There's still one more route we gotta do. But here's the thing, friends. If we start Monica's route right now, there's a very solid chance we'll finish it by the end of the stream. But if we finish it by the end of the stream, then we'll never get a stream title thumbnail that says Monica's route, even if there's only like 2 seconds left the route left in it. So what I was thinking was, if we delay it by just a little bit, just a little bit, maybe we can get Monica a stream card too. So what I would like to do is go on a little bit of a rare text hunt first. Not a big one. I was thinking maybe we'll just like write some poems and see if we can get some Yuri results. Like, show you what Yuri says whenever you've written poems for other people. It's the best of both sides in all routes, but hers specifically shows both sides really well. Take 2/interview clubs Natsuki is my favorite mod characterization of her by far. Why, thank you. Like, I wrote a post a while ago, well, not a while ago, like maybe like a month ago at this point, about like how nobody knows how to write Natsuki. And it was like talking about canon versus fanon and the whole fanon foul mouth thing and like how people get it wrong and why and all that stuff. And even I have been guilty of some of those things in the past, and I've since done my best to correct them. But like, I've never seen a take on Natsuki's family situation quite like how I've had it. And well, obviously I wouldn't write it this way if I didn't think it was the most interesting way to handle it. Because like, I think it strikes a good balance of like the abusive side, but like she still cares about him side. And like, that's one of the things I feel like is lost in other mods, particularly where Natsuki is a monster. Because like, other people seem to think that the harsher it is, the sadder it is, and I disagree. I think if she has a strained relationship with this person she really cared about and who she saw fall apart before her eyes, I think that's like infinitely more tragic than, oh, he's a monster, he breaks her bones or whatever. I was like, oh great, sure. Anyway, I'm gonna drop a save for this poem game because we're gonna mash on through it, and as long as we don't get Yuri or Monica, I think we're good. Who will win? Sayori won. Even with 5 other people, she still won. Alright, so we'll chalk that up as a success. So first poem goes to Sayori. I want to get 3 different character results. So next time we'll shoot for not Sayori, Yuri, or Monica. But we'll see where it goes. Something tells me that the Spirit text hunt won't actually take that long. I'm trying to remember like other exclusives that were altered depending on the timing of them. I want to say Tiff's is a little different if you do hers on the second day. Maybe we should do hers, just actually go out of our way for a Tiff poem here. Let's try. We'll write a Tiff poem and see what she says about day 2. It doesn't really change the activity, but certain facets of it are adjusted since it's not her first day in the club anymore. Let's see, voice, harmony. Alright, you get fireball. But she still jumps. Justice. See, move is a word for her in two different ways. In one sense, it's like a dance move. In the other sense, it's like she moved countries. Let's see. Isn't stanza a Monica word, I think? Yeah, she'll probably jump for it. Yeah. Vocal. Did I add anxiety? Apparently not. Sometimes I can just never be sure. Improv, yep. Oh yeah, there you go. Freestyle. How about rhyme? How about... Who was Dazzle? Who gets Dazzle? See, already does. You still jumped for Dazzle. I think we've pretty solidly got her poem at this point. Scrunchy and a Vox. And one more, I guess. Oh yeah, microphone. There you go. Well, I forgot. I read the second thing Lorana wrote, but not the first. I love the way you write Natsuki. A lot of mods tend to make her either super soft and take away her abrasive side, or just to make her super mean and aggressive. Your Natsuki shows. Alright, there we go. That certainly completes the comment a lot better, doesn't it? That makes way more sense. But yeah, it does tend to do that. And it kind of depends on, like, the intended tone of the mod as well. Because, like, if Natsuki's supposed to be the love interest, you'll often get the softer side of her. Like, that's actually one of my criticisms of the original Exit music. That they made Natsuki too weak. Because they want you to feel like a white knight for her. And then there are all the other times it's like she's just super evasive. Like, even more tsundere than she was before. But see, here's one of those scenes that changes a little bit. What did you say before this, Tiff?
I'm doing alright. It's nice here. But I hadn't expected it to be so informal. I didn't bring anything to do on Tuesday.
Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, we don't do very much as a group here.
That's okay. It's good to have some spare time to chillax.
Is that ever true? I wouldn't be too happy if this felt like another class session.
We can all use the chance to unwind after a long day of school. Even so, I can't just sit around doing nothing. I need to occupy my mind. I brought some music with me today, so at least there's that.
I guess that's fine, but shouldn't you be doing something literature related?
Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention. It's for inspiration and research, not just easy listening.
Research? For what exactly?
For my own songwriting, of course.
And then it goes to normal. I mean, I remember you said rap is your favorite the other day. Yeah, on the first day with Tiff, you actually wouldn't know. At least, not anymore, since I changed how she presents herself in the festival day.
I can't lie, rap does interest me the most, and I love to rhyme. But I'm down with other genres. There's nothing I really dislike.
See, sometimes little things just gotta change for the sake of consistency. There was this one time that, I think it was Mushroom Tornado was their name. They were watching Afro-Zero play this mod, and he had done the first exclusive on Monica's route, and he astutely observed that something that happened there would not have made sense later on in the route, and he later did a recording of Take Two where he intentionally got Monica's first exclusive on like day 3, and I wonder if he was doing that to try and like just kind of get me, because oh wait, I shouldn't have done that. Whoopsie doodle. Oh jeez. That gives Tiff 2 points. I needed to pick Yuri there. My bad, I shouldn't have been blathering. It's okay, let's just write another Tiff poem. I'm sorry, friends. My bad. But anyway, I think he was doing that to try and like get me, because he never really liked me much, or at least that was the impression I got. And his LP stopped right after that moment. So I was like, because I'd seen in the stream chat, he mentioned that wouldn't make sense in that context. And then he just went and did that LP where it happened to stop right after where that scene was, where he said it wouldn't make sense for it to be. And he must have seen that I'd changed the text to account for that. I don't know. Anyway, people are strange. I don't think any of these are TIFF words. Twirl. Drawl. Compete. Whoops. I mean, she still jumped. Move. See. She probably jumps around her quite a bit too. Does she? I can't tell because the game bugged. Whatever. Microphone. Perform. Dance is a Sayori word she would also hop for. I don't see any other ones that I think would have been her anyway. Foreign, sure. Indictment. Oh right, that's a U word, but she still jumps. I better be careful. She's only gotten so many. Hey yo. Was hers Solitude? Yes it was. There's Harmony. Sing, I believe, is also Sayori. Lit. Loud. Whoops. She still jumped. It's fine. Everything's fine. You Verse. One more to round it out. Green. Okay. Now, for real. I gotta make sure I pick Yuri at that moment. At least we'll be able to like skip through the whole TIFF scene because it won't be any different. Pick Yuri, you dingus. Because this is how you get Yuri without writing for Yuri. She needs at least 1 point for you to get her. I'm focusing. I'm not going to blather about something and pick the wrong thing. Reassure Yuri. Okay, there we go. Got it. Okay, so now... we kind of have, like, a target rich environment here. We need it to not be for any of 4 people, so it has to be for Shiro or Natsuki. I can't remember if either of their things change on day 3. Let's see, Natsuki's day 1 is, like, talking about manga and Shiro and stuff. I guess hers might be different. I can't remember. And I think Shiro has some different dialogue for day 3 as well. What was the dialogue that didn't make sense? You'll find out when we play Monika's route. I think it was mostly related to, like, Tiffany not knowing what the club, or what she'd be doing in the club. But whatever. It's fine. Should I pick... Who do you think? I think I should go for Shiro. I think it's more likely he has different things to be said on a non-day 1 day. Otherwise, I would let you guys totally pick. We might as well knock out other stuff on our rare text hunt, you know? I might not be doing a very good job at the Shiro poem. Let's see. Focus, Hallie. Good grief. I feel like I haven't actually seen too many things here. That would be him. There's sword. How about that? That's a little better. How about power? Yeah, that's you. Battle. Yep. I think he'll jump at least once for restitution. No? Alright. Trial, yeah. Dungeon. Gotta find more nerd things to pick. Was Death him? Is Death you, Shiro? No, that's you, but he still jumps. He does jump for death. Otaku. Legend. Demon. I think we've probably got it. Punishment. As tempting as everyone is, I want to make sure I pick a Shiro word if I can. Let's roleplay. Yeah. Round that out with Not sure any of those are him actually. Let's go with maybe party is. Well, we won it, so good. We got the guy. Yippee! Really say different stuff. Tell me about do you have anything to say about this guy? Oh, see, there we go. It skipped right through to the Yuri thing. So let's see. Alright, anything that isn't obvious. She enjoys fantasy novels, but also likes horror. That's what she told us on Tuesday. Is that really all that changed? Just that one line? Yeah, sometimes it's only one line, man. Alright, I don't even know if this poem matters for anything, but we should probably write it for someone else. I guess we're writing it for Natsuki since we already got the other rest of them. So, yeah, we'll see if your response to the fourth poem being for Natsuki. I'm pretty sure she would. Can't remember. Guess we're gonna find out. Where? I think bed's Natsuki. Nope, I was wrong. Nibble is though. There you go, kitty. Sugar. Tuesday line, best line. That's some rare text we just found, man. How many people do you think have seen that line in Take Two? Probably none, if I had to guess. Goodness. Let's see. Sparkle? Oh, that's a Sayori one. That's okay. We'll get it. I would have made headphones like a totally diff word, but it was already canon for Natsuki. Games. Fluffy. Lipstick. Let's see. I think Promise is Natsuki. Oh, nope, not quite. None of these are particularly cute words. Anything hiding in the darkness? Any better words out here for Natsuki? Darn it. Surprise? She jumped for it at least. We'll take single jumps over his zeros. Strawberry. There you go. How about... Oh, there's lipstick again. Good. Pure. I also think pure is a pretty interesting word for Natsuki. Like, I might be reading into that too much, but, like, it does kind of suggest something about her. That, because, like, goodness. It's not a word I would apply to most mod Natsukis. Oh, hair. There you go. Games. Oh, just headphones. Fluffy. Okay, so we've gotten 4 different lines for like people. It should be Yuri, and she should tell us bits of dialogue about each of those poems we wrote. And if not, something's wrong. There we go, we got Yuri, just like I said we would. Aha. So here.
Ellie, there's always so much emotion in your poems. I feel as though I can read your true feelings in them, and perhaps whom those feelings are directed toward. I think Siroi would have liked this one.
That's probably true.
This sounds like something Natsuki would write. No offense, man.
None taken.
Oh, this rhyming one, it's almost musical.
Do you think Tiff would approve?
Definitely. This one seems a bit nerdy.
What can I say? I'm a dork.
Oh, none of these are quite what I was hoping for.
She didn't like any of those poems, guys.
Oh, sorry, that was very rude of me.
There you go. That's okay. I guess this is what you needed Tiff's help with, though it's unlike you to be so direct. Oh yeah, I guess because we got that Tiff exclusive. He mentions about he brings it up when she shows you the poem. You're right, like Natsuki, no offense.
I've wanted nothing more than to read with you this entire time.
Oh yeah, whenever you didn't do her route, but you got her anyway, this interaction changes a little bit.
I got sidetracked with poetry. I'm such an idiot. Huh, Yuri? I've wanted nothing more than to read with you this entire time. I had every chance to ask you, but I was too much of a coward. And today, I couldn't even focus long enough to make it happen. It's all my fault.
It's always her fault, or at least she thinks it is. I don't think any of this has been a waste of time. I'm not sure what made that line change, but there it goes. I guess, and this is what happens if you didn't commit to the route and the finale is finished. You just want to go then?
Well, yes, this was enough. Thank you, Hallie. Not just for having me over, but for everything.
With a smile and a little wave, Yuri turns to leave. I watch her as she goes until she rounds a corner and disappears from sight. I can't imagine why she felt she had to go. I would have let her stay. But maybe for someone as introverted as she is, days like this are too much of a drain. Not that I can't relate. I think over the events of the visit as the evening drags on, sharing our poems, discussing my approach, writing together, and the overwhelming doubt that convinced her she'd been a fool. I understand the confidence issues, I just wish I knew how to help. When you only see yourself one way, you start to believe your own misconceptions. Maybe if I reminded her more often that they aren't true? If there's anything I can do for Yuri, it'll have to wait. For now, it's time to sleep. Okay, now we'll go ahead and, get Monika's route. For real, for real. Go ahead and load that. This should be the first poem. Let me just delete all these guys. Get rid of them. Get rid of them! I think Monika's route will occupy the rest of the stream comfortably enough. Okay, code is him. Whoopsies. We're up to a great start, friends. You botched this dating sim run. Well done, player. Yes, good work. Confidence. Assignment. Sing Monika or Tiff. I'm sure she would jump for it either way. I think understanding. Oh, no, that's Tiff. My bad. Judgment. No, but she still jumped. We're keeping her hopping. It's just not perfect. Restitution was her, yeah? Yeah, she's trying to make her restitution. Serenade. Now that one's Monika. Let's see. I think Sincere is Tiff. Retry is totally Monika. Yes. Well, mission memories. Yeah, computer's gotta be a him word. I think Devotion's Monika. Yeah. Echo. You don't jump for Echo? Whoopsies. Alright, you were the one who used echoing in your poetry. Epiphany. Obviously. I think Destiny is her too? No, Destiny's you. She still jumped though. Let's see. Oh yeah, vinyl. One of the words from her poems. Lady. The lady who knew everything. Can't remember who Variable is. I kind of had a feeling. Remorse. For sure. Literature. Of course. President, yeah. Ink. And let's see. I think entropy. That's good. It's probably a Gary word, but she won the poem anyway. We're fine. That's the nice thing about it. There's a lot of leeway. More leeway than there seems. Oh, Monica.
I would never discourage someone from trying to write, so you just keep it up, okay? Oh, wait, did you write this for me? I don't know what to... Thank you so much. You have no idea what this means to me. Or maybe you do. Just let me get the meeting started and we can see each other right away.
Hooray! She's happy. She won't be happy for long, though.
Alright, are you ready to go? Come on, let's have a seat over there.
I follow Monica to an unoccupied corner of the room.
Allie, it's good to see you finally coming around. It kind of felt like you were avoiding me last week.
Avoiding? Not exactly.
There's no need to be cagey. You can tell me anything. I mean, you were doing a good job of impressing the others with your poetry before. I just wonder why you didn't try to do the same for me.
Well, to be perfectly honest, I think you'd be really hard to impress.
Do I seem that way?
For a lot of reasons, yeah. You're just so legendary. You seem to succeed at everything you set your mind to. You're incredibly talented. For a regular guy like me, I guess it's kind of daunting.
I can see what you mean. So, why that change of heart then? What's different this week?
Well, I feel like I got to know you a bit better. You're a lot more laid back than I expected. Now I can't remember if laid back is one word or not. It probably can be. Though I still think you're a little,
Out of your league?
More or less. So this kind of comes down to a matter of personal interpretation. It seems like the original game pretty obviously excludes her as like the tutorial character you can't get, or at least that's the trope they're playing off of for VNs. And if you want to go like into metaverse lore, like I want to say some of the emails suggest that like one of the people who was working on the project was like on the rebound from a failed relationship, and maybe they wanted to turn it into a dating sim so they could date their own AIs, basically, but they didn't want to date Monica because maybe Monica reminded them of the person that they had been dumped by or whatever, and that was why she was excluded. But my personal interpretation is that as a visual novel, the visual novel DDLC is implied to be rather than what it is. If it had continued on, Monica would open up as an option whenever MC perceived her as one. Is basically it. I think laid back is usually 2 words. I can't remember seeing it as one. Try typing it in there and see if you got a red squiggle.
So that's all it was then. Gosh, I'm sorry you felt so intimidated. I try not to have that effect on people. I suppose my reputation just precedes me too much. Well. Anyway, I'm glad to see you're warming up. I'll show you that the girl behind the myth isn't unapproachable at all.
And then she was approached by everyone. Hello, Maddie F7Z4S. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, Monica.
Agent Gold says, yes. Is that yes, you got a red squiggle, or yes, it's all one word?
Oh, hi, Holly.
Hi, Sayori.
What's up? Did you need me for something? I was just gonna ask you, about club stuff. What kind of club stuff?
So this whole situation changed whenever I changed Sayori's attitude toward Monica.
Well, since the festival is over and all, is there anything else coming up?
She can't really talk to Monica about what she wanted to with MC right in front of them, so she just kind of pivots. You can just call me Maddie. What, you mean I can't read out all the letters and numbers stuck on the end of your name every time? You mean that would be kind of inconvenient, Maddie?
For the time being, not really. We have no immediate concerns. Maybe a bake sale next year or something, but... bake sale? You can start planning if you like, but it won't be happening for a while. That's okay, I was just asking. Bake sale! Bake sale!
Nothing grabs her attention like the prospect of sweets.
At least she's enthusiastic, right?
Let's see. Haha, yes to the red squiggle. Okay, I guess the internet deems it not one word.
Good afternoon, Monica. Holly. Yuri, what are you up to? I was just about to brew some tea, and I was wondering if you'd like to have some. That'd be delightful. Yes, please. And you as well, Holly.
Sure, I'll take a cup.
All right, I'll let you know when it's ready.
I will forever miss the happy version of the bake sale line. Well, Lorana, I have good news for you. So here's the thing. And I'm especially glad that you were able to provide, or it was you, right, who had the version of Act 6 that you linked on Google Drive in the Discord. What I'm planning on doing is, after the initial Act 5, and you clear Act 6s and 7, or Acts 6 and 7, rather, like I said, once you've cleared his reality, it reverts back to Act 5, and basically Act 8 consists of whatever you left undone in Act 5 and the final route. And for the second pass of Act 5, I plan on making it so that Sayori's attitude toward Monica is back to being cheerful. So those versions of the lines will basically be included again. They're just going to be, it's like we'll have a switch that activates after his reality is cleared so that the flag sends it to the happy lines instead of the passive-aggressive lines or whatever the heck is going on. And there are plot reasons for that. They're going to, like, settle their differences over the course of his reality. Let's see. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. I just thought it would be more inconvenient. Also, I am not used to streamers calling me by my full username. They just call me Maddie. Oh, I'm not offended. I was just joking around. Wait, Act 5? Did I miss something? You might have. This is a mod of DDLC called Take 2. It's a sequel mod. And since it's a continuation of the original game, I consider Act 5 to be the start of this mod because the first 4 acts are the original game. See, that is a very clever way to get the best of both worlds. Oh, yay, that's great. Thanks, yeah, because, like, a lot of those lines made me happy, too. And I really enjoyed just Sayori being an actual bundle of sunshine instead of, like, partially cloudy. Oh, okay. I'm glad we understand each other now.
Thank you. So anyway, Monica. Yes, Tiff, what is it? Sorry to bother you. I just wanted to ask. What should I be doing right now?
See, this is the part that Mushroom Tornado noted would not make sense. Because since this is day 1, Tiff doesn't know what she should be doing right now. And on other days, she would approach Monica with something different.
What do you mean? Like, should I be reading or getting ready for something? Oh, you can do whatever you want for right now. This club isn't super formal. You can mostly come in and do your own thing.
DDLC is probably a VN with the most replayability because of these meta stuff. Maybe. I mean, I feel like the original game only has so much, which is, you know, why everyone is starved for content 8 years later. But it does include a surprising amount for how short it is.
Apart from my planned activity later, this is all free time. Oh, alright. If I'd known that, I would have brought something with me to do. Well, you could ask the other members. There's no shortage of things to try. I'm sure Yuri would love to recommend you a book, and Natsuki has plenty of manga if you can get her to share. You can even use the time to do some writing yourself. There's some reference to material available as well. So the sky's the limit. Our club has lots to offer. Well, I was hoping to get better at writing this song lyrics. Maybe this is just the opportunity I need. Thanks anyway.
Hey, Monica.
Shiro, how can I help you?
My laptop battery's running low and I forgot my charge cable at home. Is there one around here I could borrow?
Yes, there should be one in the closet. Just have a look there.
Thanks.
And Monica unwittingly dooms herself.
Okay, now, where were we?
You were just talking about how you're more approachable than you seem.
That's right. Well, I'm definitely...
What do you think you're doing?
Oh my god, what now?
Monica, she was screwing around in my closet.
First of all, it's not your closet. And secondly, I just sent him over there, so don't panic.
What did you do that for? He was boxing me in. He could have tried something.
Normally, I hate misunderstanding-based conflicts like this one, where it's like, Monica said she sent him over there, but she didn't say why she sent him over there, which prompted this reaction out of Natsuki. If Monica had said, I sent him over there for a charge cable, that would have been all we needed to avoid this stupid altercation. But she didn't say that, so this happened. But whenever other forms of media do this, I'm not just talking about DDLC, I'm talking about anything. If a substantial plot point arises from something like this, it pisses me off to no end. I don't know how other people feel about it, but I imagine it does because I think they do it intentionally to piss you off. Let's see. It's probably Evian with the most. Is there anything he should know about the closet before he walks over? Oh no. Strange idea. Halibabica plays Omori. I am familiar with Omori. I passively watched a Let's Play of it whenever Afro Zero was covering it, but I only really got like the gist of the story. I don't know if I would ever really pick it up, but it's definitely on my radar. Let's see. Why the hell does the school just keeps a laptop charger around in a classroom? That stuff's hecking expensive. Well, I don't know. Maybe the staff need spare chargers for their own laptops or something. Who knows? Be creative.
What'd you do that for? He was boxing me in. He could have tried something.
As if I had any intention.
Hey, for all I know, you can try to take advantage of me.
Guess again. I'm not into underage women.
Slam dunk. It's probably not a mint condition spare charger. Yeah, it's one of those like crappy, it looks like a dog chewed on it spare chargers.
Excuse me!
Guys, can you just stop for a second?
Yeah, there's no need for false accusations about age or intent. Shiro just needed a charge cable for his laptop, that's all.
Well, then make it quick and get out of my space.
The sooner the better.
Thank you, Hallie. I don't know what... The tea is ready. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Did I do something wrong? No, it's okay. I'm trying to spend some time with Hallie, that's all. I'm sorry I interrupted you. It's all right. You were bringing us a drink like you offered. Here, it won't take but a moment.
So, this scene used to have Yuri oriented on the left, and I actually rearranged the positioning of all the characters in the scene to have her appear on the right, so that this moment when she pours the tea didn't look so awkward. Dip, dip, there. Yuri pours Monica and I each a cup of tea. Whenever she was on the left, it kind of looked like she was just rubbing her butt against Monica. Let's see. My creativity says that it's a contrived effort to make this scene that pisses me off. Does it actually piss you off? Or are you referring to me saying that moments like this generally piss me off? Because like here I did it for humor. And I think I succeeded at that, personally. I'm highly amused by this sort of thing. But like I said, anytime, like... Because Exit Music Redux did this kind of stuff all the time. It's just like... Anytime a character could have said, like, 3 more words and completely defused the conflict, but they didn't, and so it escalated out of control into some crazy thing. I hate that. Oh, how I hate it. Wait, did you make this mod? Yes, this is my own work. I've been making it since freaking 2018. It's really hard to believe. This whole stream series is actually so I can like get back into it, remember where I was and what I was trying to do, and get it moving again finally. Good grief. No, it doesn't piss me off. Don't worry, lol. Okay, good. Yuri pours Monica and I each a cup of tea.
Enjoy. I'll leave you to it.
Thanks, Yuri. Awesome. I'm glad you think so.
Right, so as I was saying...
I go to take a sip of my tea, but immediately pull back. Yow! It's scorching hot!
Hallie, you...
It seems I flinched a little too hard. A small pool of tea is spreading on the desk between us. Can you see how well this exclusive is going? Ah, crud. Here, let me...
No, I'll get it.
Monica goes to get something to sop up the mess. She quickly returns with a towel and places it over the puddle. I felt like this expression just, like, showed her exasperation the best.
There, no problem. Now then. So, Monica, will we need posters for the bake sale?
And here's finally Sayori to just utterly bomb the thing once and for all.
I know Natsuki could probably make cupcakes for it. But maybe she could make other types of stuff too. I'm sure there are more things she can bake. So, do you think she'd be willing to... Sayori, please. I'm just trying to talk to Hallie. Oh, is that what you've been doing? My bad, I'll just...
She's faking.
Get out of your hair. There, now we can... Wait, what time is it? Oh no, did we really just... Hallie, I'm sorry, but... I have to continue the meeting or there won't be enough time for our activity. I guess there's always tomorrow, but... I thought this would be our moment.
Aw, sorry, Monica. I didn't think we'd be so crunched for time.
It's not your fault, just... maybe we can try again another day. No sense crying over spilled milk.
You mean spilled tea?
That too.
Monica cleans up what's left of the mess and goes to resume club business. I feel a bit bad for her. I guess there's more to being club president than I thought. this is meant to be like an ironic statement because it's like she has all this stuff. From his perspective, it's like, oh gosh, there's way more to running this club than it seemed from me, like not spending time around her. But it's also like club president is shouldered with the burden of the video game and all that. So he doesn't know that, but him saying it's just kind of funny in that way. It isn't long before she's ready to make her announcement. Poor Monica. Just like Sayori, her bad day is front-loaded in her route. What do Moni and Sayo not aware of whose route is on for the day? Or do Moni and Sayo? Well, let's see. Monica knew that you had started her route because she saw the poem you wrote. And I suppose, well, here's the thing. In the original game, it seems Monica isn't conscious of the routes at all. Because as far as she can tell, she doesn't even know that, like, MC can't write the poem game for her. It's kind of weird because it sort of suggests that there are things that Monica isn't conscious of or just doesn't fully understand about how the game works, which helps the plot of the original. But like when it comes to a question of like, is she aware of what route MC is on? I think in Take 2 she would be, because she has like hindsight from the original game to understand a little better how it works. But Sayori is, even though she's self-aware, she's not conscious of the game. So, like, she would only know based on, well, her own experience and how MC's behaving. And, like, the whole reason she has these little talks with him after every meeting and when they're walking home is because she's watching him like a hawk to see what his choices end up being. Because, like, well, like we talked about earlier in the stream series, like, she's concerned about her relationship. She doesn't know if MC will get stolen away from her, either by, like, a girl winning his heart or by the player just forcing him to be with another girl. So, like, she's just got her eyes out all the time. She's always watching. So, even if she's not conscious of, like, the route you're on in, like, a video game sense, she's aware that that's what's going on, basically.
How things go with you and Monica today?
Not great. We kept getting interrupted.
By me? I tried not to bother you that much.
Not just you, but all the rest as well. Practically everyone needed her for something or other.
Well, that comes with the territory. She's in charge, so... But people are bound to need her help with stuff. Doesn't make her too easy to spend time with.
Cough, cough. This is her totally trying to dissuade you from pursuing Monica further. Yeah, unfortunately. Seemed like she really wanted a chance to talk with me.
Don't sweat it, that's just how things are. And remember, you aren't obligated to see her just because she wants you to. You're free to spend time with whoever you want. I'm sure some of us have fewer distractions to worry about.
As if it wasn't obvious enough without me noting it. Right. Duly noted. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Until then.
And yeah, and because of Sayori's distrust of Monica in this version of the mod, on Monica's route, she's particularly suspicious. And she also doesn't trust Monica not to be, like, manipulating things to make MC pick her, basically. Like, she wouldn't know what the poems are being written for or whatever. So, like, she won't know if it's, like, the player's actual choices or if they're just getting railroaded toward her. Whatever. Point is, she's on high alert whenever you're on Monica's route. Clicking forgive again this early would not trigger the thing. It's a one-off. Everyone. Reality. Let's see. There's ink. We got piano. I'm sure she would jump once for Doki Doki, but we'll go with sentience. She is so passive aggressive in this version, lol. It's kind of fun that way, I gotta admit. Like, she can't even conceal it to a degree. It's enjoyable to me. In a completely different way than her being sunny and happy is. It was a worthy change. Heartbeat, I think that's Yuri. Guilt is Monica. There we go. Let's see. I think Chance is Tiff. Let's see. Is novel Monica? Yeah, novel's Monica. There we go. How about... I think Flourish is her. Yeah, Flourish. Let's contact her too? Yeah, because she wants to contact you, the player. She would jump for sneaky, but I know that's a Shiro word. Oh, there's Lady. We'll get Lady. Ugh. Epiphany. Facade. We know why that one's hers. At least those familiar with it later in the mod do. Leadership. Route. She's competing. I think refrain is her too. Oh, nope, that's you. Just music enough for you to jump instead. Assignment. A fun assignment to do today. We know indictment was her. Literature. What a way to round out that poem. Moving on. So, I guess we'll wait until we actually get out of the room.
Holly, did you want to spend some time with me today? Because I'm certainly available.
I follow Monica aside. She leads me over to the door. Okay, Monica, what's this all about?
Well, for starters, I want to thank you for coming to see me again. After how things went last time, I was really hoping we'd have another chance.
Oh, it's not that big a deal.
It means more than you might expect. Anyway, I was thinking we could do something a little different today.
Oh yeah? What do you have in mind?
Just follow me.
To my surprise, Monica opens the door and steps out of the room. I go after her, but I have no idea what she's up to. So, Agent Gold will have remembered I've talked about this several times before, but I think it's worthwhile to put here in the stream series. The way the routes are structured, everybody has 2 good days and 1 bad day. That much has been apparent. But what isn't quite so apparent is that the bad day always involves the corridor and Monica to some degree. Whenever the Dokis leave the room, basically, that's where bad things happen to them. So, the Literature Club is kind of like a symbolic safe place for them. It's where they belong as people who belong in this game. But for Monica, it's inverted. Monica's bad day happens inside the club, and she only gets her respite from it by leaving it, by going out into the corridor. Because Monica, in a sense, doesn't belong in this game the way the rest of them do. So, I would not necessarily say it was totally intentional, it just kind of worked out that way. But I think it is interesting and worth noting that, it does create that dichotomy of, inside versus outside of the club, who should be there, who shouldn't, and what they have to do to find happiness. Monica, where are we going?
Not too far away. You'll see. Just come along.
Monica takes me down the hall and around the bend. This is another part of the school I don't frequent, but I have no trouble identifying our destination.
Here we are.
The music room. Monica steps inside and beckons for me to come with her. The room is completely vacant. It's just the two of us. Against the back wall of the piano, Monica walks over to it promptly. So this is where you were all those days last week.
It sure is. This room has become kind of special to me. Have a seat, won't you please?
I settle down to the couch while Monica situates herself on the piano bench. Am I your captive audience for today?
Indeed you are, as long as you don't mind. I usually play for an audience of 0, so I hope you'll forgive me if I seem nervous.
This is not a reference to Afro Zero. It means there's usually no one in the room when she's playing. No worries, I don't expect it to be perfect. Though I wouldn't be surprised if it is.
Flattery will get you nowhere. Let's see, what should I warm up with?
Monica settles her fingers onto the keyboard with practiced care and precision.
There aren't a ton of songs I know, but there are still a few I can play for you. Here's a little ditty I've been rather partial to lately.
Conveniently ends just before more instruments would appear in the song.
How'd you like that?
It's nice. It kind of reminds me of the club somehow. But it's pretty short, don't you think?
There's more to it than that, but I would need people to cover other instruments to show off the full version. Unlike this song, which I can handle all on my own. This one doesn't really end, it just goes on and on forever.
I've heard this song somewhere, but where? I like a song from a video game.
Exactly. You keep going until you're tired of playing it. Does it remind you of anything?
For some reason, poem sharing comes to mind. Or perhaps sharing them specifically with you?
Does it?
I don't know. Maybe it's because you're sharing this with me. So, this is something that comes up a lot more obviously in Monica's next exclusive, but she's not totally sure how connected to the game MC is. So whenever she asks some questions like this, she's kind of trying to figure that out, just to see, like, what he notices, necessarily, as the player's character.
I suppose anything's possible.
But how do we tell if a song in the game is playing diegetically or not? I think most of them are just background music because it's a video game. I do not subscribe to the Monica is the source of the music theory. Daryl Bonner, I don't know, maybe from the club or rave? Monica continues to pluck away at the keys. She's remarkably coordinated for a beginner. I ended up extending this scene because this exclusive was honestly rather short without something else. It needed more meat. I wonder if this is really, if this really is something she just picked up. Couldn't hurt to ask. How long have you been learning piano?
It's been a few weeks at this point. In case you're curious, these aren't very complex songs.
I don't mean anything by it, just you don't seem too amateurish.
I might have some natural talent at it. Or maybe some unnatural talent.
What was that?
Nothing, just thinking out loud.
So what inspired you to start?
Well, a few things. It's something I've always admired. Pianos have a rich, distinct sound. Some of my favorite songs use them. Playing, like most forms of art, is about self-expression. Music is inherently cathartic. It can be so powerful to listen to, but producing it is on a whole other level.
You know, one thing I found really odd in the side stories whenever I first read them was that Monica started using, the word like in her dialogue, just like she does here. And she doesn't really do that very much in the original game, if at all, that I can recall. So it kind of struck me as odd, but I guess it does kind of fit. So I don't really mind it coming up here. And it's just funny. It was one of those moments where it felt like the side stories was branching off a little bit from the style of the original, but not in a way that was unbelievable, just in a way that was unfamiliar.
I can only imagine how a band must feel when they pull together to get a song just right. Or something as big as a symphony. It's all inspiring just to think about, don't you? Or do you get what I mean?
Kinda. It's not exactly relatable to me.
Not much of a creative type.
I think you already know the answer to that. So, is there anything else to it?
Well, it's a little like Tiff said before she joined. When a song and its lyrics come together, they can be evocative and meaningful.
Does that mean you write your own songs?
Technically, I only have one so far.
Let me guess, you can sing it too.
I sure can. Who knows? You might even get to hear it someday.
Only might?
Nothing's ever certain.
I guess not. Does that cover it then?
Mostly. Above all else, playing piano is freeing in a way. There's all this stuff we're expected to do, or even required. But this is just for me. A moment I can spend doing something I love instead of what everybody else wants. It's nice to get away when the rest of the world can be so stifling.
And she means that in more ways than one.
Do you have anything like that, Hallie?
The Piano Girl. I'm sure you meant Piano Girl. Not really. My life is pretty on rails. This is another very ironic comment from him.
I think that's enough for this one.
I had to make a whole transform that righted her back to being perfectly vertical from tilting back and forth. It gets a little awkward if you halt that thing without a transitional transformation. She'll get stuck at an angle. It's kind of funny.
Now I just have one more song I can play for you. This one's very special to me, so I hope it goes well. I worked really, really hard on it, so yeah. Oh, here you guys are!
I know how those transforms can get weird. Yeah, you gotta be real careful when you tilt sprites in Renpai, because if you don't tilt them back perfectly, oh man.
Sayori, what brings you here? Everyone was wondering where you two went, so I came out to look for you. Oh, when I heard the piano, I figured it must be you. Well, thanks for coming to check on us. I hope I didn't worry the others too much. That's alright, they just weren't sure what was going on. Well, I guess I was a little worried. Aw, you don't have to worry about me. Well, you know, I'm just making sure. You're not trying to keep Holly all to yourself or something.
Very loaded statement.
There's no way I could do that.
Kathy Lopez. Hi, Monica here. It doesn't look like Monica. You've got Monica as your profile picture, but it clearly says Kathy Lopez. B-A-K.
I just wanted to show him a few of the songs I've been practicing, that's all. It was easier to bring him here with me. I can't exactly wheel the piano all the way to the clubroom. Yeah. So are you guys almost done? Will you be back soon? I think we can call it there. We'll head back with you.
You don't want to play that last song?
I do, but it's looking like we won't have enough time. But don't sweat it. With any luck, we'll get another chance sooner or later. Yeah, I'm sure it's really something.
She knows that song, and at least in this timeline, she's not too thrilled. Now you're making me curious.
Let's just get back to the club for now.
I follow the girls back to the club room. I can't help but wonder where or when Monica might play for me again. Oh, when indeed, MC, when indeed. Alright, that was exclusive at number 2. Oh no. Oh no! We gotta encourage Monica. Yeah, Monica, I was going to try and say something inspirational to Monica, but then I remembered that she's not so good with conflict. And you know, on this note, I think it's worthwhile pointing out, this is something actually a lot of mods get wrong about Monica. They kind of forget that her confidence is a facade, and they make her like genuinely competent and leaderly, but that really doesn't fit with her character, because she's only like able to maintain that whenever things are going well. Like, even just the petty squabble we see with Natsuki and Yuri in the original game is enough to, like, shut her down to the point where she can't even, like, say anything. So, like, anytime a mod has Monica display a level of competency at, like, problem solving, they're kind of getting it wrong. And that's like a Flanderization of Monica. But it's pretty subtle, so most people don't really notice. I try to adjust my thinking before the moment gets too awkward. You want what's best for the club and all its members, so I'm sure there's a way we can settle this reasonably.
Of course there is. Natsuki, you have every right to be concerned. I understand that you worry about the club and its well-being. But approaching it like this just does more harm than good. You're attacking a fellow member, even if it's for someone else's sake.
Natsuki doesn't like this scolding she's getting, but it is getting through to her, because, like, her eyebrows went from angry to, like, kind of sad.
If you wanted to express your concern, you should have come to me in private first. You still can later too, but for now, do you think you can let this go?
That's the best Monica can muster, and it is not satisfactory for Natsuki at all. When I was writing this moment, I tried to think of what she would say here, but I couldn't come up with anything. Natsuki has a look of bitter defeat. It seems that Monica took all the fight out of her. Without even saying anything, Natsuki walks off to go get her stuff. I hadn't realized the meeting was nearly over. Yeah, that's what I went with. I was like, there's nothing Natsuki would say here. She has to drop it. The situation is defused, and it's pretty much the worst way this can come out, or the worst outcome this argument can have, because then Natsuki just keeps her feelings all bottled up, and nothing ever really gets resolved. But yeah, Monica has like completely the opposite effect that Tiff did as a result of this.
I hope she isn't too upset.
You did your best, Monica. It's not like you were wrong to say it.
I know, I feel like I owe her better than that.
Well, you could always reach out to her later, and she can do the same.
Yeah, I suppose so.
We both fall quiet for a moment, uncertain of what either of us should say. The school's final bell rings, sparing us the trouble. And me as the writer, because once again, I didn't know what to have them say either.
Looks like you got out everything this time, Hallie.
And while I could, like, try to revisit that and see if I could come up with other things, I honestly do feel like it's better if they just don't say anything there. In each of those circumstances. Sometimes the best way to write a character's dialogue on character is to not write it. You gotta let them speak for themselves. That's how I try to approach it, at least. You gotta channel your inner them and just let them say what they would say. And if they have nothing to say, then that's that.
What were you and Monica up to today?
Nothing special. She just played a few songs for me.
That's all. She didn't have anything to say.
Not much. She explained why she likes piano a bit.
But other than that, about the club or whatever?
Nope, she only wanted to slip away so we could have some time to ourselves.
Well, I guess that makes sense.
What's the matter? You seem worried about it.
Well, I'm not worried exactly. Just as long as Monica isn't making you do anything against your will.
Eh? Like what?
Not anything weird, but even stuff like leaving the club if you don't want to. She's kind of a manipulative person, so...
Geez, Sayori, where'd all this come from? I thought you two were friends.
We are.
And that line is like a dagger through Sayori's heart, because she's got all this pent-up resentment for Monica from the original game, but like, the thing about Sayori is she's not just mad at Monica, she's conflicted about this, because she did consider Monica a friend, and they were really good friends up until this thing came between them. And this is the moment, or one of the moments, where MC just kind of snaps her out of it, and she just awakens to this conflict within her that's like, yeah, she does consider Monica a friend, but she doesn't know how to handle how she feels right now. Look, take it from me, Monica hasn't forced me to do anything. I went with her because I felt like it. I'm not getting mind controlled or something, so just relax, okay?
Well, alright. Sorry for being paranoid.
Don't sweat it. I appreciate the concern, at least.
Have a good night.
And there's that uncertain expression as the screen fades out. Sayori's got some thinking to do. Anyway, more Monica. Lady! Remorse. Like looking for words. Escape. Totally her. Let's see. Yeah, sentience. Sure. Star-crossed. That's a great Monica word. Oh, what do we got here? Was she future? Yeah, she's future. Oh, dialogue. Yeah. I think she jumps for everything as well as everyone. Don't mind me. I'm just like trying to get comfortable in my seat here. The chair I use for streaming like is not super comfortable. It's like this folding chair with like the smallest layer of padding to keep my butt comfy, which is to say I might as well be sitting on concrete. And I usually put a pillow under there, but the pillow like elevates me away from the microphone, and I worry that like makes my voice come through like softer than it should. So if I'm a little louder this time, that's probably why. Just like slightly higher proximity to the mic. But whatever. I'm suffering for you, dear viewer. 45 more minutes. We'll see if my butt doesn't fall off. What's left of it. I think I have that folding chair at home. Yeah, you know the kind. You know the kind. Ugh. I'm trying to find these Monica words. I'm like, I'm pretty sure most of these ain't. Oh, there we go, poetry. We got that one. Conscience. Delete. Writing. think comfort's a TIF word. Contact, there we go. About to, I think together is probably a Sayori word. Concept? I don't know, your concept. Let's see. That's okay. We've got quite a solid Monika poem going here. I don't think anyone can steal it at this point. But we'll still do our best. Edit? Yeah, edit. Oh yeah, key. Like a piano key, or the key to a heart. President. There we go. Monika exclusive, number 3.
Did you have any special plans today, Hallie? Because if not, I know something we could do.
Once more I go to join Monika. She's near the back of the room again.
Okay, Hallie, I kinda have a lot to worry about today, so...
You want to be left alone?
No, not at all. Just that I'd prefer to do something low impact if that's alright.
Doesn't bother me. You have any ideas?
I could really use some time to chill and gather my thoughts. And I know the perfect place for that.
With a look and a wave, Monika motions for me to follow her out of the door. We're stepping out again.
With all the hustle and bustle in the club lately, it wouldn't be too easy for us there. Just follow me. We'll get away from it all, if only for a short while.
Monika leads me down the hallway in a new direction this time. We aren't going to the music room, or any place on this floor. After a flight of stairs and a few twists and turns, we make our way to an unfamiliar corridor. What's over here?
Nothing. That's kind of the point. There's a room back here that used to be set aside for storage or something. They've mostly cleared it out, but as far as I know, they don't use it for anything else yet. I turned it into my own personal study hall. When I need peace and quiet, this is where I go. Here, this is it.
Monika steps inside the last room at the end of the corridor. I shrug and follow her in. So I gotta be honest with you, dear viewer. I think, taking like an objective look at the original game, one would honestly interpret the space room to be just the club room with everything deleted from it except the desk and Monika, because she went that far to make sure there were no distractions. I think that's the most honest interpretation you can have of what that room's origin would be. But for the purposes of Take 2, and especially knowing the significance of this room later on in Act 7, I felt making it be like its own space in the school would have kind of some interesting implications, because it suggests that it's not just the world without, but rather it's like a part of their world that Monika is aware of. And also, having it be somewhere in the school makes it visitable whenever you get into Act 7. I find myself inside a very empty classroom. Apart from a desk and a couple chairs, nothing is here. Monika moves the desk to the middle of the room and takes a seat. She offers the other chair to me.
Isn't this nice? A quiet place with no distractions.
Kudos to the Maz team for their public use Monika sprites.
Sometimes I feel like time stands still in here.
I can see why. You might not even notice if you don't look outside.
That's another plus. It has such a nice view. The neighborhood just spreads out in front of you. I know it's not exactly thrilling, but staying in here feels like it makes everything clear. It's a great place to chat, too. Whatever comes to mind, you can just let it loose. I think I just admitted that I talk to myself.
Everybody does sometimes.
Well, it's nice to have someone to actually talk to for a change. If there's anything you'd like to discuss, don't hesitate to say so.
Monika falls quiet. She must be letting her mind drift. I guess that's all you really can do in a place like this. When there's nothing around you, thoughts are all you have left. I can sort of understand. It seems like it'd be boring, but it's also nice to take the pressure off.
That's exactly right. It's a place where nothing matters, so there's nothing to stress about.
Did I say that out loud?
Of course you did. That's just the sort of thing that can happen here.
I'm certain I'm not the first mod to do it, but I love little moments like this, where Monika just she reads his inner monologue as he's thinking, and then she responds to it carelessly. I thought Monika misdirected MC through the hallways and quietly deleted everyone and everything in the club temporarily and returned him into the club room. Well, you know from later on when we get interrupted that obviously that isn't the case. Also, if she was messing with things like that, you would see the console, probably. Anyway,
You can't even tell if you're thinking or speaking sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it'll help if we focus on something together. Is there anything in particular you'd like to talk about?
Not much. I'd like to chat with Monica about something, but my mind is going blank.
That's okay. Here, I'll pick a topic to get us started. Let's begin with something obvious. What do you think of the club so far?
It's been fun. Even for as small as it is, you have a good thing going for you.
That's great to hear. I'm glad to know we're doing it right.
I think it's because you have good quality members. What you lack in numbers, you make up for in substance.
That's an excellent way of looking at it. We may not have much, but I wouldn't trade any of them for a bigger crowd.
Yuri might like it here. She sometimes forgets to start speaking. I think this would be like Yuri's home away from home if she didn't have the literature club. Just a place no one has any reasons to ever bother her. Just total silence. Nobody's gonna come in. She would have such a time. She already has an easy enough time occluding the world around her when she reads. She would probably come in here and leave at like 9 p.m.
Back when I was in debate, that was part of the reason I wanted to leave. It was a popular club, so the member base is huge. But it's also diluted for that same reason. The members are less likely to contribute in a meaningful way. With the literature club, everyone has to do their part because we have enough to go around.
Even for talentless people like me.
Oh, stop. You shouldn't be so hard on yourself. You helped with festival preparation just like the rest. And even though you didn't write your own poem for it, you still managed to cool down the situation with your reading.
You knew that poem wasn't mine?
It wasn't hard to double check.
I guess not. Call him out on it, Monica. Lazy bastard. But yeah, it's been great. I can see why Sayori was so keen to have me join.
You two have been good friends for a long time now, huh?
For as long as I can remember.
I wonder.
Yeah?
How much can you remember, Hallie? Like, how far into the past?
So, as noted in the previous thing, this is one of her sussing out the nature of MC questions. Like, what exactly is he? How is he connected to the game and the script and stuff? Why do you ask?
Just curious. When I try to think back, things start to get a little hazy before long. Eventually, it's just bits and pieces, defining moments. Everything in between is a blur.
That sounds about right. I can recall the more recent stuff pretty easily. But thinking back, I remember a bunch of times I shared with Sayori.
And beyond that?
Honestly, barely anything at all. I think maybe my life is just that unremarkable.
There aren't too many people who accomplish great things in their teen years. Unremarkable isn't always bad, is what I'm trying to say.
Fair enough. I just feel like I could have done more with it all.
There's no sense regretting that. What's done is done. You can only move forward. Of course, if you think you're still making poor use of your time.
Don't remind me.
Then that's something you should work on.
Easier said than done. Boy, howdy.
Oh, that's true of everything. It's always easiest to do nothing. Finding motivation can be tough sometimes, but if you can get things rolling and keep it up, it eventually becomes its own reward. You get the nice self-esteem boost, and you can use to continue onward.
Sure, Monica, sure. I guess starting up is the part I struggle with. A lot of it is like, why bother?
That's no attitude to have, but I don't have to tell you that, do I? Not everything needs some grand purpose to warrant being done. Some of history's greatest discoveries were complete accidents. It sounds a bit selfish, but you should try to find what you want out of life and do whatever it takes to get it.
So, I feel like this line is really fitting for Monica, particularly like what we know about her from the original game. But like, even in the context of her trying to be better about things, I feel like this is still something that would fit into her philosophy. Like, it's part of the reason why she did those things in the original game. Or it's at least an understandable motivation for her, particularly like paired with her assumption that the others are NPCs. Now in Take Two, whenever she has realized that this was a mistake, she's changing her strategy, I guess is one way to describe it. But like, she still has her goals and she's going to be working toward them, just like not in a way that victimizes all her friends, basically.
In a sense, that's what high school is all about. Getting a taste of what the world has to offer so you can find your way.
What about when high school is like, why bother? So this is one of the parts. Oh wait, no, I was thinking of something else. There are moments in this where I made Hadley MC less wise because like he's a high schooler. But this is one of the things that I was hoping to like help people with, because I know a large portion of this fan base is like people in high school, and like I was kind of right there with him back when I was in high school. I understood the attitude of, well, high school is why bother? It's like, why are we learning these things? And like a lot of it kind of comes down to you don't know what you don't know, and that's like a whole kettle of fish I don't feel the need to get into right now. But I try to give them like the nutshell version of my philosophy here about like why high school is actually important and what its purpose is supposed to be. You know, just because it has a purpose doesn't mean it's effective at that purpose. That's another whole kettle of fish. But the thing is, a lot of high schoolers don't see the point in it, and I was thinking that maybe this scene could help them understand at least a little.
Well, that's just needlessly limiting yourself. How will you know what's out there if you never look? In part, it's a maturity thing. The system isn't so great about this. It feels like everyone is being forced forward because there's no time to make it work otherwise. But it results in a lot of people doing things because they have to, instead of because they want to. Of course, there will always be total freeloaders who would never do anything if it wasn't required of them. But it'd be nice if there was more time to develop out of childish habits, don't you agree?
I don't know. It seems like some people just get entrenched in them instead. Too many.
Yeah, it's a complex issue, not the sort of thing that's easily fixed. I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel pressured on a daily basis. But that's why we're here, right? To escape.
Yep. And she kind of means that escape in more ways than one. Like, they are here in this room to escape from the club and also from, like, the pressures of their lives. And also, like, you and the player are playing a game where you date anime girls to escape.
You see how nice it can be to just sit and chat sometimes?
I guess so. It feels like I'm making you do all the talking.
Don't let it bother you. I'm naturally talkative. Just don't let me stifle you if you have something to say. I'd hate to hog the conversation.
Right, will do.
Allie, sorry if this is kind of random, but...
That was a terrible time for a burp to interrupt me.
Do you believe in true love? You know, the kind that supposedly conquers all.
So it's kind of funny that we got this far into this situation with no music playing whatsoever. But my interpretation of like how the game works to an extent is that like it's gauging like the tension and emotional experiences of the player character. So whenever the game notices changes like that, it just like applies the music automatically. Like, this might be kind of a silly comparison, but there was this one Family Guy. It might have been an excerpt, but like he had a wish, and he wished for his own theme music, and a genie granted it to him. So every time he was running around doing things, there was just like a fitting music for what was happening to him personally. So that's kind of my interpretation of how the game works. Just it's like it's doing it for MC. So since Monica brought up this love topic, this sappy music starts playing because MC starts to feel that.
It's a pretty romantic concept, but I always wondered about how realistic it is.
Well, I suppose that depends on what you consider love in the first place.
That's fair. There are lots of ways to look at it. I guess the basic idea is a strong feeling of connection between two people. But even then, there's still love at first sight.
Nah, I don't think infatuation counts as love.
Infatuation.
Yeah, like, how could two people possibly know they love each other when they only just met? They don't know anything about one another, so it's just physical attraction. That's fine and all, but I wouldn't really call it love. I can't remember if he said more about this before. I want to say these lines are basically unchanged, but this is one of the moments where Hallie was like wise beyond his years. And like, I tried to, or at least I kept it this way because it's dumbed down enough that like, I don't think it's an unrealistic perspective for a person to have at that age. It's just like maybe less likely because a lot of people, well, they don't even like think about this stuff, basically what it amounts to. But like, it's kind of important for him to bring this up because it challenges Monica's perception in this regard. Because like, Monica falls in love with us in the original game, or so she says. But like, I think her love, unfortunately for the Monicans, was always rooted in delusion. So, and she couldn't tell the difference because of like where it sprung from. So in take 2, Monica still has like those lingering feelings for the player, but it hasn't crossed her mind that like they're false in that way. She hasn't come to the realization that the love she felt wasn't true love. And this is one of those moments that like kind of challenges her own narrative on her relationship with the player.
I'll admit, you're not wrong about that. For all I know, 2 strangers could be totally incompatible. And if they jumped into a relationship too fast, it could just end in heartbreak or worse. So if that's the case, what would you consider to be true love?
I never really gave it much thought. Okay, yeah, definitely then. Because MC's lines stop here, and then Monica kind of says what I had MC say before. It's just like it's not something she likes to admit because it's something that makes her uncomfortable. I never really gave it much thought. I think it's something that grows over time. I guess it could start as infatuation. But if it stops growing after a while, then it must have been a passing thing. Maybe if both people feel it strongly enough, it helps keep them together even when times get bad. So that must be why true love conquers all, because the people involved share that devotion to each other. Okay, so here, I did something similar to what I did on Sayori's first exclusive whenever he was trying to help her with her masking issue. Instead of having him just like come out and say the thing, he kind of like deduces his feelings and reaches the same conclusion. So like, instead of him just like knowing it and saying it, he like kind of follows the steps to get there. It's the difference between like writing the answer to a math problem and showing the work of how you got to the answer in the math problem. At least that was how I went about it, because like I felt it was important to talk about these things, but not have the MC be like so worldly and knowledgeable as to just spout them off like it was second nature. Anyway, this also makes her uncomfortable.
I think you're right, Holly. That makes a lot of sense. Though now I wonder just how rare it must be then. Seriously, how often do people connect on that sort of level? Finding that 1 in a million person.
I don't know if it's that unlikely. People can adapt, can't they? A lot of them probably don't know what they want out of a real relationship.
Do you have any better idea yourself?
Not a clue. That's like too far ahead. I feel as though my life could go any which way at this point. Another fairly ironic statement for this character.
That's fair as well. Whoever really stops to ponder this sort of thing.
Isn't that the magic of this room?
It absolutely is. You really took him here, huh?
Sayori is not happy.
Sayori, you went searching for us again. Yeah, I had to. Did you lose track of time? Well, I did say it's easy for that to happen in here.
How'd you know to check this room anyway?
I just did.
Self-awareness.
Anyway, Monica, you said you'd need more time for your project tonight, so why don't you wrap this up? You're right, I definitely do. I guess we cut it a little too close.
That's okay, it was a nice chat.
I'm sure Monica would talk to you forever if she could.
This is like kind of a despairing moment for her, because you're like this far down Monica's route, and she's already like taken you away twice, and Sayori's not even sure what she can do about it at this point. So she's like, this is a mix of like her anger at Monica and like her, what's the word? It's escaping me, but it basically means that like she feels stuck in this circumstance and that there's nothing she can do about it. I like how he challenges her idea on love there. Seeing her reaction is very interesting.
Let's head back before it gets too late.
Monica and Sayori leave the room. I linger behind a moment to look around. Just an empty space, a void of nothingness. I never expected this to be the kind of place Monica would hang out. There really must be more to her than meets the eye.
Holly, are you coming?
Yeah, right behind you. I follow the girls back to the club room. I'm not sure how long we were away, but it's definitely time to wrap things up when we get back. Monica makes her announcement as soon as we arrive. And that is it for the week's exclusives, but we still have another Monica Poems, right? And the weekend scene.
Why did Monica take you to that room today?
Just to chill and chat, that's all.
You expect me to believe that? She didn't make a move anything.
Whoa, what? Excuse me? Sayori, she knows we're together. She wouldn't mess with us.
I sure hope not. It can be hard to tell sometimes.
I doubt she had any romantic intentions. Nothing we talked about was suggestive. I mean, she asked me what I think true love is, but that's it.
Oh, and what did you tell her?
That it sure ain't some high school fling.
Well, so you don't think we...
Slow down there. What we have is different. We've known each other way longer than we've been together.
I see. Well, I'm more than just a fling.
I sure hope so. I can't predict the future.
Oh, okay. I guess I really have been worrying too much.
Seems like it. You've been kinda off all week.
I have? Oh.
I can't blame you for being stressed. There's been a lot going on. But it's almost the weekend, so I'm sure the break will do you some good.
Maybe it will. See you tomorrow, Hallie.
More concern. I want to say that conversation changes a lot depending on whether you're her girlfriend or not. But it's nice she gets reassured there. If only for a little while. Because, like, even though Sayori is self-aware, she doesn't persist between timelines the way the president does. So, everything she's feeling just gets reset, just like everything else. Only Monica knows how many routes you've been down. President! Oh, persistent. Oh, right, it's him. Whatever, it's fine. She still jumped for it. And she is persistent. Infallible? Oh, don't tell me Shiro jumps for that. Oh no, that's a canon word, but he did jump for it just once. Let's see. Together you? Yeah, you jump once. It's fine. Whatever. Natsuki, you cannot leave the page. Oh, there's cosine. Yeah, we'll use cosine. Visual was Shiro. There's meager. I'm not sure any of those are Monica words. I think she'll jump for visual. Yeah, one hop. We take one hop, so when we got a pen. Yeah, of course, Yuri jumps for pen. And that's the closest to a pen joke you'll ever get of me because I hate them so much. Let's see. How, is Analysis her? Oh, no, that's you. She still jumped, though. Sentience. Let's see. Let's see. Come on, we gotta get this Monica poem going. I feel like it's like half measures so far. It's not going so great. It could be better. It could be better. I'm going to settle for all these single hop words for Monica. No. It's not good. Confidence. There we go. Poetry. Yes, yes. Remorse. Sentience. Eternity. Oh, sorry, that was a canon word for Yuri. Literature. Infinite. I keep thinking those are like words she wrote in her poems. I'm so dumb. It's fine. Oh, covet, totally. What? That's a year. I hate this game. Cosine. Should I drop a save just in case I actually botched this? There, future, right on her. Okay, she won it. Thank goodness. Criminy. Skip. So let's see. We're coming right up on Monica's weekend scene here. And we've got like 20 minutes left in the stream. I don't think we would get through it in 20 minutes, but I kind of want to, like, save it for next time and do another slightly rare text hunt. Just cuz. I don't know. I don't know if you guys would think that's insufferable, but we could. Like here, let's go back. Let's go back. Because like I said, there is that one scene with Tiff that changes at least. And we could get another couple results for Yuri on the poem game side of things. So why don't we rare text hunt one more time. So let's see. I don't think Sayori's would have changed much. Her Sayori's day one. I'm trying to think whose things would adjust. I guess we could check and see if one of Natsuki's exclusives changed so if we do them early, or rather later. Does Yuri's change if it happens later in the week? I think it might. Why don't we try to do Yuri's on day 3, Monika's on day 2, and somebody else on day 1. Text hunt time is fun. I'm glad you think so, because I feel like it's a cop-out. I didn't want to go through and like find these scenes anyway. I feel like starting at the beginning of Monika's day is better than starting in the middle. This hunt seems fair. We're probably still going to get like a little chunk of that weekend scene at least. Doing it for the thumbnail. Okay, so yeah, I want to do yours on day 3 and yours on day 2. Because like the thing is, if Shiro tries to talk to them about literature on a later day after he's already like attempted to do it once, I don't know if that affects things. It's been too long, I can't remember. But that's why it's a rare text hunt now, isn't it? Does it really matter who this first poem is for? Probably not. Don't save over the other thing. Let's just see what we get for this first one. Watch it be Monika. Okay, we got Shiro for the first one. His ain't gonna change none. Well, I mean, nobody's just gonna change on the first day. It's only when you get like later days, early, or weird. That's okay. We'll just do 2 poem games in a row. We'll ask him about the visual novel first this time.
The RPG?
Oh, okay. What about the other one? Yeah, that line changes if you pick the things out of order. But you'll notice I didn't copy-paste text blocks everywhere like other mods tend to do. Haha. I know how conditionals work. No more Tuesday line. Wah. Not that time. Okay, so we want this one to be for Monika. I get to write an extra Monika poem today. At least I'm all queued up for it, right? Ugh. Facade. She would jump for green, but it's not her favorite. Reality. Sign. Yeah. And, wasn't certain Tiff. I think uncertain was Tiff. Ah, my butt is killing me. Everything is bad. Tone. I'm not sure any of those are Monika words. Dang. Time. She jumped for it. Okay. Well, at least she jumped for it once. It's fine. And leadership. Literature. Lady. Oh, bow. Yep. Believe it or not, bow was not a canon word. Ribbon was, but not bow. Go figure. And I think Tiff jumps for it because even though she doesn't have a bow, she would read it as bow. Like, take a bow. Anyway, once again, I don't think we have any Monika words here. I'll just click philosophy. Recompense. Was ambition Monika? Oh no, it was you. She still jumps. It's fine. Cacophony's Monika. I remember that one from when we tried to pick it for Tiff. Artificial? Yeah, artificial. Right. She's happy to have one. There's her green word. Emerald. Star-crossed. Complete. There we go. We got our Monika poem for Wednesday. Yoop. Now Tiff will have something else to say. Okay.
Yes, Steph, what is it? Sorry to bother you. I just wanted to ask. I was talking to Sayo and she told me what a talented writer you are. Did she? What a sweetheart. She also said you like to give writing tips sometimes. Do you think you could share one with me? A writing tip? I suppose I could. How about this? When writing dialogue for characters, it's easy to fall into the trap of what should they say. To move a story forward, characters obviously need to talk, but when and why they talk is more important. You have to consider how they feel in the moment and write their reaction accordingly. If you just make them say whatever's convenient or necessary, it may come across as out of character. This is why empathy is key. You have to understand where they're coming from to write believable dialogue. So it's not about what they would say, but avoiding them saying things they wouldn't. And that's Monica's writing tip of the day. Thanks for listening. Oh, that's really interesting. I never thought of it like that. Although it's not much help for writing song lyrics. Thanks anyway.
No, thank you, Tiff. And yes, that is my own approach to writing dialogue. And what I recommend to other people. The only other thing I would recommend about dialogue is to read it aloud to yourself to make sure it sounds natural. To make sure it sounds like something people would say. Something feels meta about this. It is very meta. Okay, so we're going to write a poem for Yuri. So, let's see, we wrote one for Shiro and for Monica. And we're writing one for Yuri, so we'll side with Tiff this time. And make sure our last poem is not a Tiff poem. Because now we can see what it's like when Yuri likes at least one of the poems, you know? Also, we'll see if her thing changes from being late in the week. I don't remember if it does, but we're gonna find out. Epic was absolutely wrong. I am so bad at this game, dude. I made it, and I'm so bad at it. I like that she gives a writing tip that's so fun. Aw, thanks. Just a little secret for people to do things out of order, I guess. That was one of the more substantial ones I remembered, at least. Okay, so... Yuri words. Unrestrained. Heaven sent. Disoriented. If a word starts with dis, it's almost certainly a Yuri word. Let's see. Doesn't she know philosophy too? Yeah, she does. Oh, whoop, you're a mystic? That's weird. Whatever. It's fine. Vivacious. Contamination. Like... Is pleasure her? Yeah, it is. Extreme. Disarray. I don't think independent is her. Let's see. Unending? Yeah, incongruent. This poem started out rough, but it turned into a Yuri poem real fast. Let's see. Oh, fester, totally. Finally... Eternity. Alright, Yuri, does your exclusive change being this late in the week? I'm gonna feel dumb if it doesn't.
Oh, like I told you, I'm really not much for gaming.
Why is that exactly?
And then she goes on with the reason. That's all you get. 2 lines, boy. I'm not gonna make a big deal about these things unless I absolutely have to. It's also kind of like a diminishing returns thing. Like, I have to do it for the writing to make sense, but I recognize that most people are probably never going to have that happen. But that was odd. It looked like the background disappeared when we talked to Yuri there. I might have to check that out. That seemed incorrect. Oh, wait. I think... It does that because Monica bugs out at the end of that day, But Yuri approaches you at the end of that meeting to talk, so I think I left the screen black on purpose as like a glitch effect. I guess that's kind of interesting. And I'm not just trying to cop out there. That's legitimately what I think the case is. We already saw like well, we wrote a Monica poem this time, so we're getting a reaction to that. We wrote a her poem, and we wrote a Shiro poem. I guess it doesn't matter because we already saw the other ones. As long as it's not one of the people we already have, it kind of doesn't matter. So we get Yuri for the weekend. It can't be Tiff, right? It needs to not be someone who has a point already. We'll just pay attention to who jumps in the end, and we'll reload if it's no good. Sayori. Yeah, we didn't have Sayori yet, right? Because the first one was Shiro, second one was Monica, the third one was Yuri, and we sided with Tiff. So yeah, Sayori is a fine outcome for that. Pass. Alright, Yuri. Let's have a nice weekend together.
The style of this one reminds me of Monica's work.
She might have inspired me a little.
But this one is simply wondrous. Your writing has certainly improved since last week.
There, she thinks her own poem was wondrous. Oh yeah, and this part changes a little bit too, depending on how much of her route you did.
If I'd only been more careful, more competent, that I wasn't assertive enough to get the Shiro off our backs.
But that's the only day we spent with her. I think she also comments on the second day if you get it, but I don't feel any dire need to go back for that. Oh, we haven't triggered a scene that would cause us concern for Monica yet, even though we got not quite there yet. I think Monica's initial weekend scene adds to this, but you'll, yeah, if you see her weekend scene for like the first part of it, she'll get added to this list. But only seeing the full weekend scene gets like the whole thing like I talked about before. I'm listening from another room, but in response to, I know how to use conditionals. Good job, you're doing it right. Best practice for the win. Yeah, I wish more people were more careful about that. It drives me insane every time I see someone copy-paste a text block. It's never necessary. Never. Never! So anyway, we've got like 8 minutes to spend with Monica here.
Well, look who we have here.
Monica, I hardly recognized you out of your school uniform. I think I went with this one because this is the one that matches like that Satchely art where she's like on a romantic date with you and she's like holding out a piece of chocolate to the perspective of the camera and like the other Dokis are in the bushes behind or whatever.
Like what you see. Even I enjoy dressing casually once in a while. So, what brings you here?
Not sure, really. Just felt like stepping out.
It's good to see you getting out of the house, at least. I'm just out for a morning jog myself. I can't bear to lay around all weekend.
That's where you and I differ, considerably.
Well, I can't stay down the entire time. But a little lying around can be nice, too.
True that. Gotta cool off sooner or later.
I think I can go for sooner today.
Eh? What do you mean?
You were about to head back in anyway, weren't you?
Are you saying you want to come with me?
Since you offered.
This can't actually be real. Monica, at my place? If you want to tag along, that's alright.
I'd love to. Lead the way, Hallie.
Yeah, this is happening. For a brief moment, I forget which direction is the way home. Once I get my bearings, I lead Monica down the familiar road to my house. Yeah, so even after spending, like, the week with her, he's still, like, intimidated enough by her that this is, like, completely outlandish to him. So, this is the place.
You mean it's not someone else's?
What's with me today? Something about this scenario just has me totally out of whack. I scramble to get my thoughts in order. It's not like I've ever or never had company before. Is there anything you'd like to do? Sometimes the best way to get into a place is to invite yourself in. Yeah, that's certainly the approach she took.
I'm down for whatever, really. I'm sure there are plenty of things for us to choose from.
You're right about that. Let's see. So, like, we got 6 minutes left. And we could get into these things now, or we could save them for all for next time. I think maybe we should just save them for next time, and then just roll right on into Act 6 after. Does that sound good to you guys? We okay to end this stream slightly sooner than usual? She's a vampire. Who's a vampire? Monica? No. Like, isn't it the rule for vampires that they need to be invited in by, like, the person who owns the house? Like, I don't know if they could invite themselves in, so to speak. Like, that seems like it would be a big loophole in their mythology if they could. I'm thinking we'll just do all these activities next time so we can fit at least a little more of Monica's Route into the stream that announces it's Monica's Route, and then we'll do Act 6. And that means we'll probably make it into Act 7 too, because Act 6 really ain't that long. What am I waiting for? I think we're good to call it there. Well, I'll catch you guys on Tuesday with more of this, provided everything goes okay. That's going to do it for now, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you next time with more DDLC Take 2. Hope to see you then. Bye-bye.